Hi guys, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Matt, and this is Not Your Mama's Cooking Show. Today, we're gonna show you how to make Vietnamese spring rolls.
I'll be making the healthy version of the Vietnamese spring rolls. So one roll will have shrimp and the other roll will be loaded with vegetables and have tofu in it.
And mine's gonna be similar to hers, except I'm gonna use pork belly in one of mine, and I'm also gonna use shrimp. And then I'm gonna make a special sauce at the end that I think is gonna bring it all together nicely.
So ready? Let's get started.
Woo! I'm
going to show you how to make vegetarian spring rolls. I will be using tofu. Then I'm also going to make spring rolls using shrimp. For these spring rolls, I'll be using celery, cilantro, lettuce, mint, carrots, tofu, rice noodles, and rice paper that I'm using to wrap everything in. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my vegetables. So now that we've washed our vegetables, I'm going to pat them dry and cut them the way that I'd like them to be placed into the spring roll. So first we'll start with the celery. I'm going to chop off the ends of the celery. There we go. I just kind of do them all at once to save time. Chop off the tops of them. And I'm going to cut these in halves. And now I'm going to cut them vertically. So it doesn't need to look pretty unless you want it to look pretty. It just needs to get the job done because we're hungry. I want to get nice, thin slices that'll fit into a spring roll. Now I'm going to peel my carrot. I want to get the outside skin off. Now that I've peeled my carrots, I'm going to cut them in halves and then cut those halves in halves. I gotta tell you, when I normally cook, I don't measure anything out. I just like throw stuff in. I'm like, that looks like it needs some water. Now I've rinsed my mint and my cilantro. You can substitute these herbs with other herbs like basil. Let's put that on there. The next thing I'm gonna do, take my lettuce, all the ones I washed, boom. Here are the noodles. They are rice noodles. You can get any brand you want. The kind that I'm using is called Rice Stick Chow Ching. I won't even try. I don't want to butcher it, so I'm not going to say the rest of it, but I'll show you guys. So now I have my shrimp. These are medium-sized shrimp, and I'm going to put them in. There we go. Okay, let's put them in for 10 minutes, and then we're going to devein them. So we're going to let that cook. Let's set the timer and check in on it. Shrimp is ready, looks good, and it smells great. Let's take it over to the sink and strain it. Let's peel the shrimp. Let's be thankful for the shrimp for giving us its life. Thank you, shrimp. This is what I do. This is actually literally what I do when I'm eating. Anytime with plants and any animal, I always just say like, thank you for giving us your life. Say thank you for giving us nutrition and food for our week. I'm going to devein my shrimp. We want to get that black stuff out of the middle. Looks like our noodles are done. We overcooked them just by a few minutes, but that's okay. Now I'm going to strain them, and I'm going to pour cold water over them.
I'm thinking this chunk of pork belly is probably like a pound or two. I think I'm gonna cut mine into 4 pieces. The recipe I got was from 52food.com, and it said to submerge your pork in water with a teaspoon of sugar and a pinch of salt. So I've got my sugar here, my salt here. I've got everything already going over here in my induction cooker, which is a pretty rad thing if you guys have never used one of these. So there's my salt, there's my sugar, and just kind of stir it up a little bit. Pork is done. It's been about 30 minutes. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna throw it on the slicer, slice it into little thin slices that will wrap into our spring rolls, and we will finally start making some spring rolls. I feel like we've been at this all day, but it's worth it because we're gonna eat stuff that we made by ourselves that we've never made before. I've never made before. I think Sarah's made them before. And it's gonna be delicious. I'm excited to see how the pork belly turned out. So we're gonna come over here. Ooh, look at that. Take that out of the water. I'm gonna set it on our cutting board for a minute. Just for fun, I'm gonna slice off a little piece. Ooh, that's hot. Could use more salt. But that's like my excuse for everything. I'm gonna throw it on the slicer. I'm gonna take some salt and pepper. Always pepper. Never have too much pepper. Get some salt. I'm gonna take some cornstarch now. Because cornstarch gives everything this nice little crispy flakiness when you deep fry it. Once it's all coated, I'm gonna shake it up. So it's got this nice flaky crustiness to it. I'm just gonna kind of fry it all up. Why cook it twice, you say? Because this ain't your mama's cooking show. I just want some extra crispiness to it. That's why I want to cook it twice. Even though I'm throwing it all in there. So we'll let that cook for a few minutes. We're gonna bring Sarah back to show us how to start mixing it all together, and then it'll be time to put the pork belly on my spring rolls, which I think is gonna be good.
We are now going to take our rice paper. This brand is called 3 Ladies. You can use whatever rice paper you like. I got this at my local Asian market. You're gonna wanna take a bowl that is warmer than lukewarm, not scalding and boiling. And you're gonna take your rice paper and you're gonna immerse the rice paper in it like so. So I've got my spring roll wrapper. It's nice and soaked. I'm gonna take my lettuce because that is what all the ingredients are going to sit on. Take the rice noodles that I cooked earlier, like so. There's some cucumbers, some shredded carrots. It's like an art. My mint. And add the mint to your liking. And now I'm gonna add my cilantro. Got that, then I'm gonna add the tofu. And I'm gonna add the shrimp that we've cooked and deveined. Oyster sauce. Add to your liking. There's no sriracha because I'm feeling spicy. There we go. And now we wrap. So before I wrap all of it, I like to fold the sides in so that I know that everything is going to stay in, and then I wrap.
Sarah's made her spring rolls. I'm gonna make mine. I have fried up the pork belly. It's ready to go. But I want to try doing this crazy wrap stuff. I'm gonna take a few slices of this though. I think I'm gonna slice it a little bit thinner. Or you know what? I'm just gonna break it up. Unlike Sarah, I'm gonna use shrimp on one and pork on the other. And I think I might do a combo one. So, take one of these pie-looking shape thingies. Looks pretty cool. You soak it for about 20 seconds. I feel like a victim at a burn ward trying to like put stuff back on. What's happening? Why is? Yeah, no shit.
So
Here we go.
flat.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Smooth out.
There we go. There we go. Smack dab, stretch it out. I'm gonna pull the lettuce back so I don't have to pull everything back so much. Oh my God, no wonder they looked bad. What's wrong with me?
They actually didn't look bad.
They didn't look right. Thanks for reminding me. They were sitting next to me the whole time. I didn't even think about it. Okay, maybe I'll make one more with pork belly and noodles. Actually, you know what? I'll make this one a shrimp. Just a shrimp with the noodles. Instantly. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, that looks good. Looks like something at least. About as good as my burritos. All right, one last one. You won't even have to worry about it. So I'm gonna go lettuce, noodles. Yeah, that looks good. You know, with that, I'm gonna put the sauce on. I'm gonna put it on the noodles because I'm hoping that it will grab the other ingredients and kind of hold it in place. So, I'll do the pork on top of that. That looks good. Ah. No, I should have used all of that. That looks genius. I like that. Throw some more pork in there. And then, over, pull it back, fold it over. This is my best one yet.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at that. That is a spring roll, my friends. All right. What I like to call dank sauce, I'm going to use, let's go 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Even though I'm not measuring, I know what it is. 1.5 of sriracha. Oh, there's ketchup in here too. I forgot ketchup. Equal parts ketchup, so 1.5 tablespoons of ketchup. A teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Last but not least, go a teaspoon of sour cream. And then I'm just gonna mix it all together until it becomes this nice orange creamy looking sauce. I think this is gonna complement the pork sauce, or the pork for sure, but I think it'll do really good with the shrimp and all the vegetables. And I give you dank sauce. Perfect.
Matt's looks so good and perfectly wrapped, I had to give it another shot. I think I'm gonna use a smaller piece of lettuce, noodles. Let's put some tofu in there. Beautiful. Carrots. Then we'll put some pieces of celery in there. Some shrimp. And let's add this delicious dank sauce. Now, let's use Matt's technique. Pack it tight. Tight. There we go, get the corners. Wrap that in. Look at that. Let's add it to our tray. This was the first one, didn't go so well.
That's our version.
That's okay. It's sad because I've made these so many times.
These guys up over
Ooh, I'm so excited to eat.
here. We're done. Look at that. Ooh, that looks delicious.
And every roll is unique in its own way. Bam, look at that. Thank
One
you.
for you. There's one for me. I'm gonna do it.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna do it like this first, and then I'm gonna dip it in some sauce later. Yes.
I'm actually gonna dip it in the dank sauce. Remember, I put oyster sauce in this big one. Mmm.
It's really good. The celery gets you right as you bite into it. Mm-hmm. And then
Really good.
there's so much flavor. Now I'm gonna add the dank. And see how that comes. I think that's gonna do really good. It's gonna add with the oyster sauce. We did one of Sarah's. So now we're gonna do one of mine with the pork belly. Thanks again for watching. This is Not Your Mama's Cooking Show. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, click that like, smash that bell.
We're gonna chow down now. Catch you on the next episode.